di hari ini untuk sosialisasi referral. Dan sekarang sebenarnya programnya sudah berjalan sebelumnya, namanya referral. Kita perlu pendaftaran dulu yang pertama. Berarti nanti setiap orang akan mendapatkan kode referral yang hanya dimiliki oleh bapak dan ibu masing-masing. Jadi nanti kode ini yang akan dipakai nih untuk mempromosikan Sampurna Academy ke teman-teman ibu, ke teman-teman bapak gitu ya. Medianya bisa macam-macam, bisa lewat sosial media, bisa lewat WhatsApp, atau langsung datang aja, langsung kasih kontak. Ini teman saya yang mau join sekolah referral ini, saya nanti bisa diminta tolong teman-teman SRO untuk mengkontaknya gitu. Nanti pada akhir program baru akan kita berikan benefitnya gitu. Nah sekarang kalau bertanya benefitnya apa sih? Jadi benefitnya itu setiap satu students yang berhasil enroll di sini itu akan mendapatkan 2% potongan tuition fee di tahun berikutnya. Gitu. Jadi nggak cuma bapak atau ibu aja dapat potongannya, tapi orang yang direferensikan pun dapat. Jadi sama-sama menguntungkan lah ini ya. Jadi let's say misalkan tuition fee-nya simple kita anggap misalkan angkanya 100 gitu. Berarti ibu akan dapat 2 juta, dan direferensikan juga dapat potongan 2 juta gitu. Dan itu berlaku kelipatan. Jadi kalau misalkan ibu let's say misalkan bisa dapat 24 orang, itu gratis buat tahun untuk sekolah di sini. Gitu. Ya. Jadi ini aku coba bikinkan ilustrasi aja. Misalkan let's say ada Ibu Dewi dan Ibu Susi. Ibu Dewi ini anaknya kebetulan sekolah di SA Medan gitu ya. Tuition fee-nya 85 juta. Ternyata berhasil nih mereferensikan Ibu Susi. Ibu Susi kebetulan anaknya lebih tinggi, grade 7, sehingga tuition fee-nya pun berbeda. Nah, yang mendapatkan 2% itu sebenarnya dari tuition fee-nya Ibu Susi. Jadi bukan dari Ibu Dewi. Jadi let's say Ibu Susi punya tuition fee-nya 93 juta, artinya Ibu Dewi yang mereferensikan akan dapat 1,8 juta. Begitupun dengan Ibu Susi. Ibu Susinya juga akan mendapat potongan tuition fee sebanyak 1,8 juta. Dan ini akan berlaku kelipatan, dapat 1, dapat 2, tinggal dikalikan saja. Nah, jika mencapai 24 student, let's say ibu berhasil nih, banyak komunitasnya gitu ya, kebetulan di WA itu ramai, nah itu bisa dapat gratis untuk sekolah di tahun depannya. Begitu. Oke, nah caranya gimana tadi? Ini sebenarnya lebih mengulang aja. Jadi pertama pastinya mendaftar dulu, sehingga nanti setiap orang akan dapat referensi code yang berbeda setiap orangnya. Yang kedua adalah publikasikan. Publikasikan ini bisa macam-macam. Misalkan ibu sangat aktif di sosial media, bisa tuh dibikin ketika anaknya sedang beraktivitas, ditambahkan ingin join Sampurna Academy, join sekarang. Ini berikut adalah link referral saya. Gitu. Misalkan aktifnya di sosial media WhatsApp group, bisa juga tuh tinggal di-blast, gitu kan? Atau bahkan tadi kalau misalkan saya tidak punya itu, tapi punya teman yang memang benar pengen masuk, udah kasih tahu aja kontaknya mana. Jangan lupa ketika kontak ke tim salesnya kasih tahu ini referral code saya. Jadi nanti kita bisa cross check di belakang. Begitu. Ini cuma beberapa contoh aja. Jadi misalkan yang tadi aktif di sosial media, kita bisa bikin pendekatan itu lebih soft gitu. Jadi aktivitas sehari-hari anak-anaknya dipublikasikan, didokumentasikan. Misalkan lagi UN Day, lagi Sports Day gitu kan. Nanti di akhir baru kita kasih message. Jika ingin bergabung dengan Sampurna Academy, silakan join. Berikut adalah link referral saya. Gitu. Kemudian ini kalau di WhatsApp dulu, nanti kita akan siapkan juga visualnya. Jadi nanti bapak dan ibu tinggal blast aja untuk visualnya. Jangan lupa dikasih referral code juga sehingga bisa direferensikan. Oke, yang terakhir tadi ini lebih merekap saja step-stepnya. Jadi pertama pasti mendaftar dulu. Nanti ketika sudah selesai mendaftar, akan dikontak oleh teman-teman salesnya. Gitu. Baru nanti program ini akan dihitung setelah tahun ajaran ini berlangsung. Jadi jadi baru akan berlaku potongannya itu di tahun ajaran berikutnya. Gitu. Selamat datang Ibu. Ya. Ini sebenarnya slide sudah selesai. Tapi aku coba refresh tadi ya buat Ibu yang baru datang. Jadi sebenarnya ini adalah referral program Bu. Ya, jadi mekanisme referral simpel ya. Jadi jika ibu berhasil mereferensikan seseorang untuk join ke sini, maka akan dapat sesuatu dari kita. Nilainya itu adalah 2% dari tuition fee. Jadi ibu akan dapat 2% dari setiap anak yang join, dan yang direferensikan pun akan dapat 2% juga. Jadi saling menguntungkan. Oke, gitu. Jadi let's say misalkan nih, gampangnya kita bikin ilustrasi tadi nih, Ibu Dewi mereferensikan Ibu Susi. Ibu Dewi ini anaknya grade 1 dengan tuition fee 85 juta, berhasil nih mengajak Ibu Susi untuk join di Sampurna Academy dengan tuition fee-nya 93 juta. Jadi yang didapat oleh Ibu Dewi itu adalah 2% dari tuition fee Ibu Susi. artinya dapat 1,8 juta, 2% dari 93 juta. Begitupun Ibu Susi juga akan mendapatkan potongan sebesar 1,8 juta ketika anaknya akan join di tahun depan gitu. Jika mendapat 24 siswa, misalkan Ibu Dewi itu ternyata sangat jago gitu ya, KOL gitu istilahnya gitu kan. Bisa gratis nih sekolahnya Bu di sini gitu. Jadi siapa tahu nih Ibu punya bakat untuk referensi kan bisa banget. Iya, begitu. Oke. Halo. You speak in bahasa orang English? English. Okay. I will repeat again since this socialization is already complete, but in a glance we want to offer you for the referral program where you can refer a person that want to school in here. If you have any relative, any friends that want to join with our Sangkura Academy community, we need your help to ask them to join this. So in return, what will you get? So you will get 2% for tuition fee deduction. This will also happen for the referee. So you will get 2% for the next upcoming tuition fee, and they also will get the same pattern. So let's say this one. We have 2 moms here. Let's say you are Ibu Dewi. Ibu Dewi, the kids are in grade 1 with 85 million tuition fee. Ibu Dewi successfully referred Ibu Susi to join in Sangkura Academy 11, let's say. Since Ibu Susi, her child is for grade 7 and the tuition fee is about 93 million, so Ibu Dewi will get 2% from tuition fee Ibu Susi. So Ibu Dewi or Ibu will get 1.8 million, and also Ibu Susi get also the same number, 1.8 million. So this also occur for the cumulative. Let's say you have 2 referrals, it means 1.8 million times 2. So you will get about 3.7 million for deduction tuition fee on the next academic year. If you succeed refer 24 students, your kids will get a free tuition fee for the next upcoming year tuition fee. Okay. So how to do that? Simple things is you need to register first, so each people will get a unique code for the referral code. The second one is to publicate your referral code. With what? The first one with social media. So let's say you are active in social media, you can put your referral code with your kids' activity there. Or if you have a community from WhatsApp group, Line group, you can also blast it the referral code there. If you don't have both, you can also directly contact our marketing team. Let's say I have friends that want to join Sangkura Academy, just give the number and don't forget to attach your referral code. Then sales team will contact them. That's the simple way. Okay. The last thing is about how to provide the documentation of the referral code. If you have a social media, let's say you have an activity with your kids here, so you need to just document them on the activity, let's say UN Day, Sports Day, and etc. And don't forget to put your referral code there. Okay, this is for the social media. And second one, if you have a WhatsApp group, Line group, we will provide the visual, and then you can blast the visual here, and don't forget to put your referral code, so they can click the link and register with your referral. Okay. Okay, this is if you want to documentation. Okay. Okay, then this is for the reward 2% for both the referral and the referee. So that's all for the referral socialization. Is there any question you want to ask? Okay.
What happened if we are from Lebanon, right?
Yes.
And then my friend's going to take some Puna English.
Oh, okay. Okay. As long as you have tapped in your referral code, can claim that. Yeah.
Because sometimes they live not
Near the estate rather
or
than
in Medan or
yeah.
somewhere Surabaya.
Sure, can. Okay. So it will apply in all Sampurna Academy as long as you will type in your referral code. There is no problem if you want to join in any Sampurna Academy campuses. Okay, is there any question? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
if there's a lot of parents not coming today, right?
Yeah.
Can I share this to the other parents and they can ask the link from me?
Yeah, sure can. Yeah, we already put the phone number here, so yeah, we will distribute the visual and also contact center number here if there are any question regarding to this one. We can
Because
ask.
can we have the class moms WhatsApp group?
Okay.
So I'm going to share this,
Okay.
and then they can contact you to get
Yeah.
the form, right?
Yeah, can.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Miss. Is there any question? Slightly. Okay, if there are any question, we can move to the Sampurna University. My friend Vinny will explain about Sampurna University. Let's go, Vinny.
Oh, very good.
Okay, thank you everyone. Welcome to Sampurna Academy and Sampurna University's sharing session. So basically here we would like to introduce Sampurna University as well as an extension to Sampurna Academy. I'm just going to translate it to Bahasa. Is English okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, no problem then. So after Sampurna University, after Sampurna Academy, usually students will think what they want to do, right? Almost all, I think like 100% of our Sampurna Academy students would go to university. It's very rare that they like, okay, I'm just going to continue my parents' business, but they usually go to university, even to like master's program. So we're going to talk a little bit about Sampurna University. Has anyone heard of Sampurna University before?
Yeah.
No? Okay. That's okay. I'm just going to go to the next slide to explain a little bit about Sampurna University. Basically, we are the only university in Indonesia who will offer a US degree. So our curriculum is like in the US as well. We are pursuing US accreditation as well. So how is it different from other universities in Indonesia? If you are familiar with US education, basically they will study a part of general education, which is the core curriculum that will enhance the critical thinking, problem solving, because we understand now whatever program that they do, whatever major that they choose, what's important when they go to work is definitely the core skills as well. Because sometimes we have students who are like, okay, I want to do IT. I have a lot of students who like say, I want to do information system, I want to do computer science, but then after they do computer science in 4 years, they're like, oh, I don't actually want to be a programmer. I might want to go into like consulting. I might want to work in other companies. I might want to work in a bank. So that would definitely help them. So they have some knowledge about a different aspect, not just computer science, not just information system, but they will have the opportunities to learn other aspects. And our students find it really helpful because when they actually go to work, they can relate to other people. Because right now, when we try to work, when we are in a company, what is something that I find very valuable is communication skills, right? Because that is something that would help them to go further when they go to work. So that's why we choose US education to make sure that our students will have core skills like communication, problem solving, because ultimately that's what's going to help them. Okay, the next. Oh yeah. So this is sorry about the delay. We have the US degree in Indonesia. Whether or not they do, we have single and joint degree. So regardless of which one they choose, we still use US curriculum. And they will have an opportunity to go for 1 summer abroad. So right now we work with the University of Arizona, depending on what the program they're interested in. I don't know if you've seen our mechanical engineering and industrial engineering lab. We have like really wonderful lab here. as well. So if they're doing engineering, computer science, management, psychology, they're gonna get two degrees, one from Sampurna University and one from University of Arizona, and they can get one semester abroad during summer. Okay, so this is usually the parents would like to see this because I studied abroad. After I graduated from high school, and in my mind, money is just money, right? I don't actually think about the cost, but actually my parents were thinking about the cost. So in US, typically, this is the average tuition fee. There's some lower, but there's some higher. But the average tuition fee is $42,000 a year, and that doesn't include like the living cost. So if students goes right away to the US, they might end up paying 4.2 billion IDR. So that is something to think about. If they stay in Indonesia, they can still get a US degree, but the total investment that they're going to put in towards the US degree is 900 million. So that's like a big difference. That's the mission of Sampurna University. We want to bring quality education because not everybody can or would want to go abroad right away. Because like I mentioned, when we talk to our students, they have the mindset, okay, sometimes depending on what they do, they might be like, I have plans to do my master's degree. So if they actually study here and get the bachelor's degree from Indonesia with like a US degree, they will still have the budget to go do like a master's degree, right? They can go and with the same amount or even less amount, they can get more value. So this is like the estimation, because almost maybe like 80% of the students that I've talked to, they would want to pursue a master's degree now, because in their mindset, like a lot of students have bachelors. How can I be more competitive? So they would like work and they would try to get into a master's program. This is an example of a master's degree at University of Washington. It's pretty popular in the US, right? So if they do the full 4 years here and then they go for a master's degree, because master's is usually, depending on the program, it's like 2 years, they can still save a lot of money. Okay, so this is like our tuition fee. I think my coworker would also share for our tuition fee. This is, we have the most expensive one is definitely the mechanical engineering program. But for Sampurna Academy students, usually we have like enrollment fee discounts, and depending on, usually we still need students to take the test. I know that Sampurna Academy uses A-level or IB, but our entry requirement is similar to US universities, so it's usually similar to SAT. We have our entrance test, meaning that students don't have to go and take the SAT outside because they will have to pay if they want to take SAT, right? We have 500,000 IDR application fee, but for Sampurna Academy students, usually they waive the application fee and they can take the test. So based on the results of the test, for the enrollment fee discount, basically from sister school, we always offer an enrollment fee discount. But students might be able to get additional scholarship, which will be reducing the semester fee. So like this one for mechanical engineering is 75 million per semester. Based on the results of the test, it's a merit-based scholarship. Students might be able to get that reduced as well. So the 900 million that I mentioned, it could be less than that. Okay. So far, do we have any questions for university? Can I ask like which grades are the kids in right now? 7? 7? Okay. 8?
10.
Okay, that's good. So 10, yeah. I think we have some students asking since they are already, like grade 10, they would like to know, and parents as well, so they will have time to prepare, right? Because I have like one Sampurna Academy parents is like checking already how much they will have to prepare. So that's why we also provide this session so that parents have like ideas of what's going to happen after grade 12. And so right now, definitely for enrollment fee, we have discounts for Sampurna Academy students that as long as they get accepted and then based on their test score, they can definitely get merit award that will reduce the tuition fee per semester. And also we have students who like do 2 years here and transfer. for 2 years in the US to complete the bachelor's program. Because US education, they can transfer from one university to another, and they will be able to talk to our student parents advisory center to make sure that they can get the credits transferred. They're gonna just take the credits that they can bring with them when they transfer to the US. So it's like flexible in that sense. So they don't have to decide, oh, should I transfer or should I stay? They can start first. If they are not sure, for Indonesian curriculum, they have to do like Kewarganegaraan, Bahasa Indonesia. There's like some subjects that they have to do. It's like 4. Usually there's 4. So usually if they think about transfer, they won't do that in the first semester. But once they are sure that, okay, maybe I want to save this funds for my master's program, then they can talk to the advisors, and then they will start taking the mata kuliah wajib ya. So it's like they have to take those if they want to study in Indonesia, so they can do that in the next semester. So do we have any questions so far?
Is it only for the Arizona only, or any other university, or just Arizona?
If they study here for 4 years, they get the degree from University of Arizona. But if they want to transfer, if you see the brochure, they can transfer to other universities as well. We have a student who transferred to, I think the most well-known is NYU, but it is very expensive. So NYU is like probably around 60,000, more than 60,000 a year. So it really depends on where they want to transfer, but we do all, you see all the information there, that's the universities that we have students transferring to complete the bachelor's program.
And only US only?
We do have students, most of our students transfer to the US. Some students, they decide to transfer to other countries as well, but that will be more of a case-by-case basis when they try to transfer to other countries, because it's different kinds of curriculum, right? We do have students who transfer to other. Canada it's not like easy, but slightly more similar. Yeah. Australia, it depends on where they want to go, but usually I cannot guarantee that they're going to get credits if they want to transfer to Australia. I don't think we have students who transfer to Australia yet, as of now, yeah. I think we had a student who transferred to the UK. So, I mean, like, they get some credits, but that would be like, depending on which program they want to transfer, right? And what courses they've taken here, because sometimes they think about that. Yeah, and we do have a lot of students who complete the bachelor's here and do the master's in the UK, because the master's in the UK is 1 year, right? So that would definitely be a good hack to get a master's overseas without, and a bachelor's from the US without having to spend 4M ya. Dulu when I was younger, like 4M is just a number. And then I started working and like, oh yeah, it's like actually 1M is like difficult to get, right? So we have students who did the bachelor's here and then they transfer, they do the master's in the UK or like different countries as well. Ada pertanyaan lagi, Bapak Ibu, mungkin kalau misalnya ada bisa sambil dijawab. Singapore or Malaysia? I think Singapore or Malaysia. Singapore is like pretty different, yeah, depending on the subject. I mean, university that they want to do, right? In Singapore, any target university, government university. Usually for government university in Singapore, I would like be very careful because they don't typically accept transfer students. Like NUS, NTU, SMU, SUSS. I don't know if SUSS actually accept international students now, but I don't think they did before. There's only 5 public university in Singapore, and it's very competitive. The master's program, probably higher chance because not many students take masters. Like sometimes students think about finishing here and then like take SMU for the management masters, for example. But in Singapore, other private institution, because they are not allowed to say that they are universities in Singapore if they are not public. So usually the bachelor's is also from like UK or Australia, most likely. So it's the same, similar to that as well. Any institution in mind in Singapore, like SIM? Yeah, similar in Malaysia as well. Usually they have the twinning program. It's quite similar to ours, but usually they also work with Australia or UK because they are all Commonwealth before they have the Commonwealth system, right? So yeah, that's like totally up to the students as well. But if you want to transfer between one curriculum to like another curriculum, usually we have to see case by case. It's not like I can't like guarantee that they're gonna get credits if they want to transfer.
So actually, is a bigger deal or not if the kid's gonna take the Cambridge side or the IB side? You know, on the I think on the 8th grade, yeah, they start to have to
10 or to 12.
yeah
10 to 12.
10,
Yeah.
12. So is that make a big deal? Because when I was studying overseas, they don't ask you, are you Cambridge or are you? They don't actually
Yeah, I
ask.
don't think they do.
Exactly. So that's
the
why.
score that they get
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's just like whether or not the kids, which one
Yeah, exactly.
is like more fitting to them. Like let's say if they do IB but they don't like it, they don't get like the scores right, then it might be better for them to do A level. But if they think they can get better scores in IB, then they might like
Yeah, but
choose IB.
at the end of the day, when
It's the
you
grades.
go overseas,
Yeah.
they don't ask you that for start.
No.
They purely, so that's why when we were like, I was thinking about it, it's like, oh, I think when I went overseas, they don't
But
ask
it
you
is
those
about cost.
questions.
So I think
Yeah, it's what. So, what is your sort of like advice for the kids that here because they're so busy? Oh, I have to take IB or I have to take. So, which one that if at the end of the day they're going to go overseas?
I think both are international curriculum. It really depends on where they want to go.
Isn't that more to like the, especially in if you go
Europe
overseas, they will ask you how much is your TOEFL, how much is your IELTS, right?
Oh, so it really depends if they can get, let's say, some students that have met, not from some Corner Academy, some other places. Sometimes they do IB, but they're not able to get the IB diploma because they have to do like the CAS,
But is that-
extended essay. Extended essay is 4,000 words.
But is that
Yeah.
a bigger deal though to get IB diploma to get into other
I
university
think
overseas?
if they want to get to good universities, it's best to aim for IB diploma. But if they don't get the IB diploma, it's not the end of the world. Because I don't want the kids to
Exactly.
stress, right? I always tell the kids, sometimes we get so stressed, oh my God, I only have IB certificate. It's not the end of the world, right? You will be more competitive. Let's say you're applying for admissions to a very competitive university or you're applying,
You mean like Ivy League?
yeah, like I believe, or
I don't want to go to Ivy League.
like Russell Group in the UK, Group of 8, they have pathways now. I studied in Australia, so Group of 8, they have
Yeah,
pathways now.
because Australia and New Zealand they don't ask you that, do they?
They still need a grade 12
Oh, yeah.
completion.
Yeah.
But
A completion,
it
but
doesn't
it
have
has
to
to.
be the IB diploma, right? So it is
Exactly.
best to aim for IB diploma. Maybe they can do direct entry. They don't have to do foundation program, right? Sometimes if you go to Australia or the UK, if the score is not good, they have to do foundation program. So the reason why students want to get IB diploma or like get like minimum of three Bs, let's say, for A level, is because they want to do direct entry. They don't want to do foundation, right? So here in Sakura University, if they want to do direct entry, they can just take our test as well. And in Sakura Academy, if they finish grade 12, that's okay. So yeah, but I think like what the question was is, depending on the score, they might have to do foundation, right? Yeah, so that's the only thing. They might have to go through a foundation program if their score is not there.
Foundation is about 6 months, right?
I feel like
Depend on the student.
3 to 6 months, I think.
I
Because
think in Australia or UK, usually it's like 8 to 12, I think. Unless it's like a bridging. It's not just
Yeah.
foundation, it's something
Yeah, it's
different.
bridging.
Depending
But if you
on
go
the
to
school.
Germany, they have a different.
oh yeah, because the language also
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But like
1 year
was
for-
Australia and New Zealand, I think because I went to New Zealand, I think we have like 6,
Yeah.
3, 6 or 12. It
Or
depend.
foundation.
Yeah. So the foundation is depend of what faculty that you're going to take
Ah,
there.
okay.
Yeah. Usually the more difficult one.
There, yeah, you take longer. That's why.
Yeah.
But that's because I noticed from the 8th grade, say on the 8th grade, they start to have to choose the subject and
Yeah.
things like that. So I was thinking, oh my god,
When they
8th grade?
I have to do
Such-
GCSE
And more expensive
or
because-
Yeah.
It depends on they don't get it, I always tell them don't stress because it's not the end of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, if you aim it, I mean, if say if from Sampurna Academy and they want to take public university here like UI, is that still apply? The IB, the IGCSE, is that still apply or just one?
I think it's always good to have options. Because like if they have an IB or A-level certificate, it's going to be like a competitive thing for them like to apply, right? Because sometimes students will have to test for like English, even if they want to do like an international program.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. So if they have that, it's definitely going to help them when they apply. So it is better to have it than not have it.
Yeah.
And like when you try to have it, it's like too late, right? Because it's like you build up to that. The A-level and IB. You don't do it like only year 12, but you have to like, you have to learn it slowly to that point.
Because I think UI then they have the international one,
Yeah,
right? And then
yeah.
I think that's where almost all the international school students go.
It depends. We have some students who went to ITB and Inter, but it's very different now. Like in Japan, shock, and then they want to come here. Karena it's different. The support that's given is like totally different. I understand some students they can. Like if you come to like SPK, like international school, like Sampurna Academy, it's different support. Even in PTN, sometimes students shock. Mereka feeling like, oh my god, stress. Yeah, parents at that point usually they will feel like, okay. Because again, university is important, but you don't want them to stress, right? So we have students who not transfer because that we say, if you want to come in, transfer from outside of Sampurna University to Sampurna University, we have to assess it first. And because we are also we are also a candidacy for NECI US accreditation, the university that they study at is like also needs to be like sort of accredited and acknowledged in the US. Especially for the 2-degree program. So sometimes they can get, sometimes misalnya sudah Pancasila and stuff like that, maybe they can get credits, but it's also not guaranteed, right, what they have learned from PTN. So we do have those cases. I think for me, this is just to consider a lot of students, especially if they are from like a smaller classroom schools, they have more support. Sometimes when they go to university that's so big and like PTN, especially, it's very different. Sometimes it's not like they cannot follow the academic side of it, but like, everything else, like the bureaucracy and all of those kinds of things, it might make them feel like, oh, I am not used to this. Maybe they can get through it, but maybe it will like make them, oh, okay, I cannot. And sometimes it's good if they communicate to their parents. So it's something to think about. I always tell them, at the end of the day, it's definitely the student's choice as well and the parent's choice, but it's just something to consider because sometimes they just don't think about it before it happens, right? So if they can prepare themselves, maybe it's better, but we have to communicate whether or not that's for them. Do we have any other questions so far? No? Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, maybe I can check what's the next agenda. Oh, we don't have anything else. So thank you so much for attending the session. And then I'm just going to recap. Previously, we talked a little bit about referrals. So if you have referrals to Sampurna Academy, there's going to be like some appreciation that will be given from Sampurna Academy. So Sampurna Academy wants to continue to Sampurna University. Usually, we have discounts for the enrollment fee. And if students get accepted with good scores, they might be able to get scholarship from Sampurna University, which can be as high as like 40% for 4 years. So let's say if this is like 644, students can get around 200 million scholarship.
And the qualification to get the scholarship?
They have to take the entrance test, or if they have SAT, they can submit the SAT, but usually they have to take entrance test, which is reading, writing, listening, and math. It's similar to SAT, but you don't have to take it outside. So students can take it. Usually we work with, I don't know if it's the same with Senja.
Yes.
Yes, we work with Messenger, and Messenger can help them to apply. They don't have to pay application fee. They take the test. If the result is good, usually we communicate to Messenger as well. Oh yeah, the students can get a merit award 40% for 4 years. So our merit award is actually reducing the semester fee every semester. It's not like basis for Hong or anything like that. So for the enrollment fee, which is Hong Kong, is like actual discount, right? But for the scholarship, it's going to be reducing every semester as long as they maintain the GPA 3.0. 3.0 is very manageable because we also don't want students to come in and then lose the scholarship, right? So as long as they maintain 3.0, they will be able to maintain the scholarship. So at the end of that, so if they maintain the scholarship, you pay around 400, even like a little bit less than 400, and then you get a degree from University of Arizona. If you go right away to University of Arizona, it's probably like around 40,000 a year. Yeah, so that really depends on whether or not it's something that you find valuable to save that and then for them to do the master's program overseas. Okay, thank you so much, Jeff, for my book. So if you have further questions, we have a phone number in the brochure. For Sampurna University, feel free to just text. I think like there's a WhatsApp there too, or you can definitely call.
Depend on my son.
Yeah, for sure. And Messenger also has our contact as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bapak Ibu. Thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of your day.